Okay, so for this lab, we're doing remote administration of Windows Server using the three methods. So either automate it with PowerShell, use the Microsoft Management Console MMC, or the new way, which is Windows Admin Center. Now so first we have to make sure that the remote management on the server is enabled on the Windows Server VM. So I have a client VM here and then a server VM here. So this is the Windows server. And then so to make sure we have it here, we have the server here. It's registered to a domain controller, and you have this is the server's the server name of the computer that's running the server. And then so we make sure that remote management is enabled, and then for the firewall, we make sure that the Windows firewall isn't blocking Windows remote management. And then we're using PowerShell. So I wrote a PowerShell script for executing remote commands from PowerShell from the client VM to the Windows Server VM. And the way the script works is it defines three variables: one for the server, which is the IP address that is assigned to the server. And then we have a variable for username and password, which will be used to create the local user. And then so I have a function performing each task. So to get installed rules and features, what it will do is it will take in the IP address of the server, and then it will execute that command on the server VM using the evoke commandlet, and then it will use get Windows feature cmdlet to write the list of installed rules and features. And then the same thing for creating a local user. It will evoke command, then it will run the script inside the Windows Server VM to create a new user. And the arguments for the function are the username and password, obviously. And then to restart any service, so for example the printer spooler, it will execute the command, then it will write to the console that it restarted, or it will send an exception. And then it will write for each task, it will write to the PowerShell terminal, retrieving roles and features, creating a local user, and restoring the printer spooler service. So all of this will be executed on this server VM, not locally. So when I run the script, so it retrieved the list of all the install rules and features. For example, Windows Biometric Framework, for example. And then it will say the new user created successfully, the printer spooler service restarted, and it will output everything that we wrote in the script to output to the terminal. Now, just to see that the user was created, we can go to, on the Windows server, we can go to the Active Directory that I set up. Okay. So we see here that the new user one was created. By executing this script, we created a new user on the Windows Server VM, and this is why PowerShell is such a great tool. It allows us to automate everything. The third step of the lab: perform administrative tasks remotely using the Microsoft Management Console. So first, we want to use the Computer Management Console to connect to the remote server, and then so for our remote server, we'd have to get the domain of the remote of the server, and then in the Computer Management Console in Microsoft Management, in the Computer Management for the Microsoft Management Console, we just enter the domain. And then we could restart services. So any of these services, let's see, printer spooler, restart the service. And restart the service on the server VM. So for the fourth task, perform administrative tasks remotely using Windows Admin Center. So we have Windows Admin Center here on the client VM, and then here's the server VM. Now, if you want to navigate to the roles and feature section to view the installed users and features, so we can just go here. See all the roles and features that are installed on the server from the client VM. There's a lot of things you can install. And then you can use the users panel to create a new local user. So we go to Active Directory, and then we want to create a user. Create a user. Password. So I successfully created to this one, and then refresh. So the username JawSmith is created here. And then if we want to restart a service using the services panel, so the service was, the service for print notify, for example, is now running. It was before it wasn't running. And you can stop and we can restart it. Research and explain the benefits of each method to use PowerShell, Microsoft Management Console, and Admin Center. Now, PowerShell is great for remote management automation because it lets administrators write scripts to automate complex tasks. That's especially useful in large environments where repetitive tasks have to be automated across many systems. So with PowerShell, admins can administrate systems remotely using Windows remote management, which we just did in this lab. Even on servers that don't have a graphical interface, so if there's no graphical Windows interface on a Windows server, it's just a command line interface. And it makes it perfect for handling multiple services at once and doing advanced tasks that need deep system access. So the advanced tasks that need extended privileges. Now, it also works great across multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, and PowerShell is supported on Mac OS now. And it's helpful in hybrid environments. It's the best tool for administrators that need precise control and want to automate tasks or troubleshoot systems with manual effort. They want control over, they need precise control over what they're going to be doing on the server. Now for Microsoft Management Console, it's best for local tasks and Active Directory management. And it has a graphical user interface, and it has snap-ins like Active Directory users and computers, and group policy management, making it easier to handle system tasks without needing to write scripts. It's particularly useful for managing Active Directory because it gives detailed control over users, groups, and policies, something that Windows Admin Center doesn't offer well. It's ideal for smaller environments where local management of individual services is needed. Microsoft Management Console is also great for giving junior administrators limited access by customizing the console so they only can do certain tasks. And this is the principle of least privilege. We only want to give someone privileges of what they need to do. what's needed to do their job. And then for Windows Admin Center, it's best for cloud environments, and the setup is very similar to the Azure portal, as I've seen, and it provides a centralized user interface. So it'll take all the servers, all the hybrid and servers that you have, and it'll put it all in one place. And that's great for it's easier and faster to manage hybrid cloud environments and cloud setups like that. And it integrates smoothly with Azure services like backup, site recovery, and update management. And it supports remote management over HTTPS, which we did in this lab, without needing to install extra software on the machines being managed. And it reduces the hassle managing cloud resources by centralizing everything in one easy-to-use platform. And unlike PowerShell, which requires more setup and scripting knowledge.